When you become a leader, that means you've got a group of people that you need to lead somewhere they haven't been before. And that could be a destination that you've chosen. It could be objectives that you want to accomplish with this group, or it could be objectives that your company has given you and said, hey, we need to get this team doing these things or achieving these goals. But either way, you've got to take this group of people that you've inherited and move them forward. And in order to do that, you've got to make clear what that is. People aren't mind readers. So the first thing you want to do with your new team is make very clear what you're all about. What is it you're trying to achieve? What is your vision for where they're trying to go? So they can buy into what you're trying to do. Make clear what's acceptable and what's not acceptable in terms of behavior, and set some expectations. And you're much better off being a little firmer and then backing off if you need to, than coming in a little bit soft and trying to toughen up later. Because people are happy to have you back off, but people aren't very happy to have you increase the pressure. So if you have to choose, lean toward being a little firmer about the rules and the behaviors that are acceptable, and be clear about what you want to accomplish. The most important thing is to be clear about what you want to accomplish, because there's going to end up being three kinds of people on your team. There's going to be people that buy into that vision, that accept what you're trying to do, that frankly buy into you, not just your vision, and trust you and want to be led by you. And there's going to be people that don't want to buy into you and your vision, and don't want to change and don't want to do the new things, and are going to push back and be resistant. And then there's going to be a third group that's the fence sitters that may come around and be good teammates and be good followers, or they may change and become obstacles and not be good and be difficult to work with. The trick, though, is that you aren't going to know who's who. Even after a little while, you won't know, because while the fence sitters might start leaning toward being good teammates, or they might start leaning towards being difficult people can also get on board. And people who are initially on board can become difficult as it gets harder or longer, or they find out, oh, you were really serious about that, or oh, that applies to me, so I don't get to be a special case because I jumped on board early, like the rules still apply to me. You're going to have all those situations happening, and over time it will sort itself out. The people that don't want to be there will leave, or it'll become so painfully obvious that you'll need to ask them to leave. And the followers are going to follow, and the fence sitters are going to make a decision. So over time, that'll sort itself out. What you need to know, though, is that there are going to be people that don't make it. And so the second thing you want to do almost right away, the very first thing you want to do right away for sure, is be clear about your vision and communicate your plans and your expectations, and be upfront about what it is that you're all about as the new leader. But that second thing that follows closely behind it is start recruiting. You need to turn this into your team. And right now, it's not your team. It's the team you inherited. It's the team you have right now, but it's not your team. Now, over time, some people are going to choose to join your team, but other people, as we've said, aren't. And those are the people you're going to need to replace, either because they've left or you asked them to leave, but you need to have people ready to join your team. So start recruiting right away so that you have a pipeline of people, because you don't know how many people are going to stay with you and become your team and how many people are going to leave. You don't know how many people you're going to need. So start building a pipeline as soon as you can. And that's going to give you the flexibility to be okay when people leave, or to have a tough conversation with someone and be okay if you need to end up asking them to leave, because you've got people that can come in. So when you take over a team, understand it's not your team. It's the team you're inheriting. Over time, it will become your team. And it becomes your team by you being really clear about what you're trying to achieve, so that people can choose to join you, and then start recruiting so that you can add the people that are on your team.